Welcome back to part 2 of Tectone plays victim for his community for the, let's just say for hyperbolic purposes, 1 trillionth time while he bangs his desk and reverberates his mic to no one's satisfaction, even his most loyal community members. Begin.
Where if anything goes wrong in any relationship,
How long is this going to last? Hopefully not too long. I will try to time it right now. Let's go.
as the guy that everybody wants to be friends with, whether that be for pursuit of fame, financial stability, or clout, if any relationship I have goes wrong, I get blamed for it. Like legit. And then if I go in too hard on somebody who's me over, I'm a bully because I'm the larger content creator. I want you guys to tell me where I'm telling lies.
We're at 30 seconds. There was an edit here, so maybe someone told him to stop doing that on the side channel, on his side chat if he has one.
And I hate to say this, but I do. I mean, this is
Now he's actually handling his mic as though one would if they wanted to go all in.
this is my
Whoa! Go back. Those fingernails are pristine. Do you see the extension here on his fingernails and how curved they are? Someone once said that Tectone had a French manicure. And I'm not going to lie, the evidence may point to the fact that Tectone goes to a, I don't know what they call it. Is it manicurist?
I'm gonna do the cardinal sin that no YouTuber should ever do. Enviosity being
Again, I spoke about enviosity earlier in part 1. Again, using enviosity, using his name again.
called a mint picker, me is when people doubt the validity of my relationships. It is deeply traumatic.
I'm very, very sorry. If my video gets over 1,000 views, either one, I will get YouTube Premium again. If not,
if you love binge watching,
too bad. I get 2 videos, by the way. That ain't me. That's Tectone.
Extension that blocks ads on your favorite.
To me. It is. I mean, you guys got to understand. Even this shit with Mr. Pokey, that shit fucked me up. Do you know how horrified that once again I might be in a friendship that's like not real?
Oh my gosh. Victim. How many victims can Tectone be in a video? Victim of enviosity, victim of Mr. Pokey, victim of his mansion being overpriced and not what he wants it to be, victim of his friends, victim of his desk reverberating his mic whenever he hits it, victim of whatever juice that is on the right side of that screen called Regin. He hasn't finished it. Maybe it's been there for days, and he's a victim of it not being what he wanted.
Do you know how freaky that is to me?
First of all, you're a content creator who has historically developed relationships with your podcast, Gotcha, whatever it's called, Gotcha Roundtable, with a rotating ensemble. We already know your relationships are pretty much fake, for the most part. So it shouldn't come as a surprise to you when it doesn't come as a surprise to me.
Guys, over the past couple weeks, I've been doubting everything in my life.
It's called paranoia, and it's probably a thing you're going to need to seek treatment for, because the last time you had this paranoia was when you're with Pink. And let me tell you, I was there covering you full time. You gave me paranoia.
Horrifying. It's horrifying. Because then I know if anything goes wrong with Mr. Pokey, I'm going to get blamed for it.
Well, yeah, of course. As you should expect to be blamed for it. But the good news for you, Tectone, is out of all the times that anything has ever happened in the gotcha community, you always make videos and say you're the victim, and then eventually you win. Because Asmongold comes to your rescue, Mizkif comes to your rescue, OTK comes to your rescue, your community comes to your rescue, Pink came to your rescue.
I mean, once again, and I'm trying to...
You find new friends to come to your rescue and say that they're your best friends. Lal Shinra, LaRue. They'll say you're the greatest person in the world.
Move past this. But
look at those fingernails, though. Look at how much white articulation we have and how perfect. That is a French manicure. I can't say that definitively, and I could not swear on the Bible in deposition, but there was and this is not a negative. I give him props. Austin, Texas, Tectone, dude, treat your body right is a very good thing to do in order to treat everybody else right. So you're on the right steps. The first step is to treat yourself right. And if French manicuring is the way to do it, I'm not saying that is a French manicure, but if it is, maybe your fingernails just grow so elegantly and naturally that if this doesn't work out for you, maybe being a hand model could.
his chat calling me an abuser and a manipulator and a gaslighter, when anybody with half an IQ understands that I have been nothing but a great friend to that guy for over 2 years.
I think it's mutually beneficial, but okay.
I've had his back for everything. But knowing when I saw that community, when I saw that chat,
Everything we ever dreamed of.
say that shit about me, it's really like, wow. Like, why would I ever be nice to anybody? When the internet, no matter what I did,
Yeah.
I mean, guys, I'm not even going to troll you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There was a girl who was living alone and scared in a cockroach-infested house. So I offered her to move in with me. I took care of her life. I helped her reorganize her content creation career. And
So this is... I can't say who it is because that would be too much of a inference, but pretty much I know.
2 months, I multiplied her income by a factor of 33. I get her a new friend group. I help her restore her relationship with her family.
And the only thing you ask for, if this is who I think it is for her to essentially be... I don't know how she put it, but a tool, right? A victim to you. To do whatever you ask her to do at that particular time, whether it be OnlyFans, whether it be paying the rent more than she should have, or doing some other kind of thing for you on the side. All the abusive behavior that they have talked about in the past regarding you. So you obviously tried to take advantage of that situation as well. So it wasn't just you just being a nice guy. It wasn't you just being a nice guy, Tectone. You saw an opportunity and you took it. Which is what predators do, by the way. I'm not saying you are a predator, but it is a tactic that is used by people that do prey on people. And commonly, the impoverished, the poor people, are the ones that are usually victims, where you have a young child who is part of a family dynamic that is dysfunctional or drug potentially involved, to where they're basically incapacitated, and you have this person that comes in, sweeps off this younger person potentially that is attractive, that they can see the potential in, and opportunistic. That is not the goodness of your heart. That is taking advantage of a situation, no matter how good it is, no matter what the outcomes are.
I don't want to marry her. She calls me an
That's pink. Okay, or at least we now know it's pink,
abuser.
which is what I was referencing before when I said all the things that I said.
I lose like 70% of people I care about.
First of all, both can be true. You can help someone and be an abuser. That is possible. Not saying that is the case, because we have not had a legal case where that has been found, and you are not guilty in the court of law currently, so you are innocent until proven guilty. But you can still help someone out and be an abuser. And for you to think that because of all that goodness that you did, should have bought her silence. Well, isn't that part of the problem? Isn't that been historically an issue in this country? Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Cosby, all these people who have been able to skirt the law for as long as they have because of their influence and power, and because of the system not believing in them. God forbid people start speaking out on their trauma to try to move on and to start developing normal relationships because of the things that they've dealt with in their life. And maybe in perpetuity, if we do that in a grand scale, maybe the human race would be better off and be less abusers and less victims. Maybe, possibly. But if this mentality of, you know, having this victim card when you potentially are part of the problem, well, that's not going to help either, is it? Can you stop hitting your desk and reverberating your mic? I understand you have a new setup. I have not seen this setup yet, and I have not reacted to you when you've had this setup that I can remember. But you have $1 million house. You can fix this issue.
I have
That mic is reeling right now. It is upset with you.
an issue with Mr. Pokey, a guy who I've helped for 2 years in everything he's ever wanted to do. Things get shaky, Tectone's an abuser. He's a
Whoa. I didn't realize that Mr. Pokey made that revelation. Maybe we should look into that.
manipulator.
I mean, I know that he said that in the video like a couple of minutes ago, but I didn't know what the context was. But if it's legitimately, whew, it's an interesting development, because Mr. Pokey was Tectone's like right hand man.
He's a gaslighter.
I mean, those have been historically true.
If you want to know if I'm okay, no, obviously not. How the fuck could I be?
I'm not okay. I'm a victim.
I'm in a unwinnable situation where I have to have the world's strongest resolve, because I have to go into everything with my back against the wall, and I have to fight.
You've cultivated an audience, years and years of drama. You have not back down. You have not apologized unequivocally. You have not done the things that people would or should be doing for you to like suggest that you're the victim. You're not the victim, Tectone. You've never been the victim in this space for at least 4 or 5 years. Maybe there was a reality where you were a victim, and that paranoia and that self-consciousness and all these things manifested into this personality that was a bully, that was manipulative, that was abusive. That's possible. And that's unfortunate. And let's get back to that. And you're in therapy, so hopefully you can. And then you can make a video accepting your faults and moving on from it. And in saying that, yeah, I am this, I am that. And not to say that you're going to, admit to the pink thing, but maybe in the content creation space, you can say that I'm an abuser, I'm a manipulator, I'm a gaslighter in the content creation gotcha space. Maybe you can at least do that, because that is definitive. We've all seen that. That is not even in question, in my opinion. Now, the court of law and policies and terms of service, that's obviously applicable, and I can't speak to that. But based on my own personal experience, I'm pretty confident. Again, give me a disposition, make me swear on a Bible. Maybe I won't say that for many reasons.
Every fucking buddy with nobody. I have to play on max difficulty.
Oh my
while
God.
they play on easy difficulty. All because a couple of women decide to lie. All because
It's a lot of women. A couple women. There's a lot of women. And there's actually, potentially, no, never mind.
a couple people from Arknights are upset I didn't like their game. All because a couple of people from
It's just that. That's the reason.
Back said, "Oh, he doesn't like our game. I hate him."
Oh, yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, that for sure. That's definitely the reason.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. It's frustrating. I'm angry as shit. And you know what the crazy thing is?
What?
That I have health issues.
Oh, right. Right. Make it personal. Make it so that you have a disability. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tectone, for even criticizing you one bit for your health issues. Do you know the majority of people who watch content creation from a parasocial, cultish perspective most likely have health issues as well? Because normal people don't exhibit that behavior. So how about you feel sorry for them as well? And this is not even to suggest that I give you any grace, because you have not exhibited an ounce of remorse or empathy in someone that does have health issues to some degree. Obviously, mental health is a different one that can be very, very hard to discern reality. But outside of that, cultivates a lot of empathy and sympathy, which you seem to lack.
I got issues with my heart.
Remember, Pink has said all the things that you've said about her, all the things you say about other people, whether it be the R word or the PDF word or all these other things that you call people, which you've called me those things as well in some context. But not just me, a lot of other people. How about that? How about those things, Tectone? But I'm sorry. I forgive you because you are dealing with health issues.
I got issues with my lungs.
That's unfortunate. That sucks. Legitimately.
I go to
Okay, here we go. I'm not laughing because he has issues with his lungs. And it would be sad. If you are dealing with a very serious health issue that is preventing you from living your best life or maximizing your full potential, after you say something like that, yeah, it's going to be sad. And you have that realization, or you have that, that connection, right? Because a lot of us do escape. A lot of us do try to like do other things to kind of forget. And after you say something like that, it makes it real. It can be very emotional. So him having this moment doesn't deserve me to laugh at it. It's probably sincere.
I go to 5 different doctor's appointments. Every single one of them tells me that I'm okay. Then why don't I feel okay?
Okay. No, God.
Why do I wake up at night, 4 a.m. on the dot, with heart palpitations?
It's panic attacks. Oh my God, Tectone. You've dealt with this 7 months ago. You said you were on medication for it then. Having panic attacks myself and anxiety issues myself. Currently not prescribed medication for that specific purposes. It is an extremely difficult condition to live with. I'm not advocating for prescription medication. But you trying to think it's something else besides anxiety or panic attacks when you've been to 5 doctors, so you say, and they've basically given you a good bill of health. I'm not saying they may be wrong. You may be suffering from a rare condition. You may be undiagnosed with something that's creating another issue for you. And that's all true and fair. And the good news is you should have health insurance. I don't know if you do anymore because of OTK, but I think you're still on Mythic Talent. I think you have other organizations that you could benefit from health insurance. Texas, so you probably don't get Affordable Care Act. Maybe you do. If not, you have the money to afford it. If you should, you should get a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, eighth opinion until they figure out something or they make something up for you so that you can feel better. I don't really know what the answer is, but most likely it is a panic anxiety. And I'm not going to infer as to why you're dealing with that. But the realization that you may be part of the problem could help you in resolving some of those in the future. Just saying.
Thinking my life is going to end. And you know the only thing that I'm thinking? If I die, the haters win.
There's a lot of individuals that are younger that like to use this, Minecraft thing constantly. And it's becoming so repetitive that it's like the person that cried wolf many times. There are people who are legitimately, S word potential. And those need to be taken very seriously because it is a problem in the veteran community for those who serve in the military and for, people of a certain age. And it tends to scale younger for the S word. SU, you know what I'm talking about. The Minecraft word. And listen, if you do have that, then you need to seek treatment. You need to go to some, retreat or something, get on some medication to help correct that. But having panic attacks and anxiety attacks myself, I thought that same way a couple years ago as well. When you have, heart palpitations and stuff like that, you do feel like you're going to Minecraft. You do feel like it's over, that something's wrong with you. And I'm not saying there isn't anything wrong with you, but there could just be the side effect of an anxiety panic attack, which is not technically a disease. or a condition or a virus. It's it's like a mental health issue, right? Um, and I guess there's definitely prescription medication for that. Um, and if that's your only outcome because you can't escape your reality or your situation and you're going to always feel that pressure, maybe that's the only option for you. And that maybe bring you some peace of mind so you don't feel like that. Or you could discern if it's that or something else. Then you could, hopefully treat that as well. It sucks. But playing the victim and having that as an excuse for your manipulative, abusive, what was the other word that Mr. Pokey used? Whatever that other word was, that is not good enough.
If I die, they're going to label me as one of the worst human beings on the internet. And I legit say, I can't let the haters win. Because these people have fucked me over for so long.
You fucked over quite a bit of people along the way.
Absolutely, it's fucking terrible.
Hey everyone, big
Hey,
heads up,
everyone.
Paleo Valley's running a sale on all
Again,
their
Paleo
Instagram
Valley.
users.
Paleo
30
Valley
sticks
likes to give
for
us
36
commercials. All right.
I would challenge anybody. To find somebody who's been fucked over more by doing the right thing consistently.
You have most definitely not been fucked over by doing the right thing consistently. You have involved yourself with, or you have created and cultivated issues within a community to gain or to dissolve yourself or to, again, play victim in situations where you were wrong, where you were held accountable and you wanted to find a way to not deal with the consequences. That has been more true than you being right and being a victim, Tectone, in this community for the past 4 years. That is what I'm very confident in saying. Now, I will say, and I've said this in the past in part 1 or in the beginning of part 2, you may have been a victim at some point. And that's unfortunate. And that can play into your psyche. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that cannot have, some long-term issues. It can. Is that an excuse? Well, that's for your therapist. That's for whoever. That's for you. That's for a lot of other people to answer. But based on everything I know and your behavior, it has not been. And it continues to not be the excuse. And it does not dissolve you of your of your accountability towards the community that you've been a part of and how abusive and manipulative you have been, along with the other word that Mr. Pokey used. And that's why we'll stop here, and there's going to be a part 3. Because there's 12 minutes left, and this is going to probably be a longer video. But we'll end it in part 3. I'll see you then. My name is Plazukas. Hopefully part 3 comes out. Bye for now.